Hey guys, this is your love story. Happy allergy season, should I say, because I am dying. My eyes, everything's swollen, but it's okay. I'm here for you guys. Today I want to talk about something very delicate, but something that I always wanted to talk about. I first want to say this is no disrespect to anyone. I think that the topic I want to talk about today is mothers that neglect their children. But I know so many amazing women that take care of their kids. Have you ever been around someone that she's so good to her kids that you say, wow, I wish you were my mom? That happens to me a lot. Because when you don't have parents growing up, you notice the things, or you appreciate the things that some other people's don't. Like when you were teenagers and you were rebellious and you're mad because your mother's trying to control your life. Well, at that time, I remember my friends always fighting with parents and say, well, my mom wants to ruin my life and wants to drive me crazy. And I used to say, man, I wish I had my mom to do all those things that, you know, pack your lunch, take care of you, do your hair, send you to school, wait for you to get home with a nice warm meal, fix you for your graduation, little things like that, that when you're young, you don't appreciate. When you don't have it, you notice every little single detail. And that's why I want to talk about this. I want to talk about these women that have children, and technically they treat them like animals. They don't care. All these women, and those are the ones that have more kids. I see so many sweet mothers that you wonder why you only have 2 kids. You're so great. And then you see all those women that are addicted to drugs or addicted to alcohol, and some of them are not even addicted to anything. They are addicted to a man. Addicted to a penis. I always wonder when I see a woman do that, get attached to a man and neglect her kids, and every time a new man comes into her life, she's like, replace the kids' love like this. If these females were really meant to have children, I wish there was a control that we were to choose who, but unfortunately God uses certain people. Someone told me once when I was broken and thinking what I said before about not having parents, and someone changed my life completely. When he said to me, he's like, you know what? You know that you shouldn't feel bad for the fact that you don't have parents, because sometimes God uses certain people just for the fact that you needed to come to this earth. So God used that person, even if that person left as soon as you came. Your mother died on birth, because it was meant to be for you to come into this world, not for this person to be your parent. And that's what happened. And that's, unfortunately, we see it as, how can God allow that to happen? How can she die at birth? Now this child has no mother. Because that child was meant to be for someone else. That child was meant to be, make someone else happy. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this females that they just, I don't understand. Why do you have kids? And as soon as this child's 2-3 years old, that you see that he's capable of walking, capable of eating by himself, you get pregnant by someone else. Somebody that you may not even have a long-term relationship with, and you keep having kids. The problem with this is that I feel that these women are just bringing all these people to the world to have a whole bunch of broken people. Because when your mother neglects you, when your mother doesn't take care of you, you don't get the love that you're supposed to receive from a mother. What happened to you? You start to get bitter. You start to get broken. You start to grow to be hateful, to not understand what life is, because your own mother broke you. And there you go. So I feel like these women are having all these kids and then throwing it to the world so we could deal with it. It's like, this is what I raised. Now you have a depressed, broken, lonely, sad person that doesn't understand why life had to be so cruel, why my mom had to do this, why my mom had to neglect me, why my mom even had me. I'm going to tell you something. One of the biggest prides that I had, and I know that it may not make sense to a lot of people, but one of the biggest prides I had growing up was that I was grateful that my parents passed away. And it wasn't that my parents were walking around and I was going through so much. But the reason why I was going through so much, my parents had nothing to do with it. They didn't have a fault that they had to die. They died young. They left kids behind that they needed to take care of themselves because there was nobody else. And unfortunately, it's so hard for certain people to have enough, maybe to leave a will, to leave enough for someone. I'm not saying that my parents didn't try. I don't know that. I was too young. But if you have a child, take care of that child. That child is a gift. That child is going to be a human being that maybe later on is going to do something for you. Sometimes kids are ungrateful and they just do their own thing. But I think God places these people in your life, these children in your life for something. And if you don't want them, there's so many ways of being protected from having kids nowadays. I don't believe in abortion, but I believe in being responsible for yourself. It's not about getting pregnant, because the same way you got pregnant, you could catch a disease. And it could have been different for you. Your whole life could have changed. But instead, you got pregnant, whether it was with someone that you had a relationship with, or why not stand, or whatever it was for you. You brought a life to this world. You gave birth to someone. You have kids now. Your life shouldn't be the same. You can't just go on and party and live your life and drink and bring men to your house and have your daughters, your kids seeing all this, and you having broken human beings for no reason. Just because then later on, when these people get older, all they have to say is, man, I know I messed up. No, I was on alcohol. No, I was young. I was naive. Even a little animal that doesn't have the brain that we have, when they have a little baby, they protect them. They take care of them. They try to build the best for this human, so this human can have something to hold on to. When you are complete by your parents, when you have enough love by your parents, enough understanding by your parents, you are a stronger person. You know someone is there for you. You're not lonely. You don't feel like nobody fought for you in your life. When your mother gives up on you, when your mother does something that she's the one breaking you, how are you going to be able to later on have a family and be okay? How are you not going to be depressed? How are you not going to be suicidal? How are you not going to be having lack of love and not being able to be kind to all the people in the street? You had no kindness in your life since you were born. Your mother just treated you like a pair of shoes. So I hope this video brings some conscience to these women that are just having kids out there, not to the beautiful mothers that embrace their kids, that do so much for them. A mother is something special. A mother is the person that had you, that's supposed to protect you. When your mother takes that from you, how are you supposed to have hope? I'm just a regular human being, so I have no attachment to you. And I do get emotional because it breaks me to see so many teenagers, so many kids going through so much having parents. So I hope this video brings some conscience to these people that are just breaking people and throwing it into the world. And then we are the one dealing with it and blaming them for something they have no fault. You're a loser, you're this, you're that, you're nothing, you can't amount nothing to yourself, you're never gonna accomplish anything. That's what society, that's what we throw at people like that, because they were not giving a chance when they were supposed to. You still have a chance though. You still can create your own life. It doesn't matter who broke you. You could still build and create yourself, create your own happiness. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Have a blessed day, everyone.